Hello and welcome to English Experience. I'm etetutor and this is Examiner's Tales. So if you haven't caught one of these videos before, it's just my opportunity to respond to some comments that I get about what it's like being an examiner and to respond to some of the questions that my own students have asked me over the past few months and make sure everybody's aware of what's going on. So one of the things that comes up quite frequently is if I'm writing an article, newspaper, magazine, or I'm writing a letter, can I use my real name? Now this is totally up to you. There's a few things though. Some people have thought in the past, oh well, if I use my real name, then maybe one of my teachers from school might mark my work and then they'll know me and obviously they'll be affected by that and so on. Nah, never going to happen, because when we first get our contracts through to examine, we have to state if we've had contact with any students, and it's a very, very strict process, as you'd imagine, because it's all about marking everybody equally. So don't think by putting your own name somebody's going to recognise it and that it's going to have an impact, because it won't. But paradoxically, so on the other hand, it won't have a negative impact either. The examiner is not going to judge you based on your name, and they're not going to find you or anything like that, obviously. So there's no need to worry about that. But a note of caution, if, say, you are writing a letter, I don't know, let's imagine that there's a nightclub being built in your local area and you think, this will be a good opportunity to show off my understanding of tone. So what I'm going to do is write from the perspective of an elderly lady, say. If you do that, just reflect on your own name and make sure that it is suitable. And so you might be thinking, what on earth is she talking about here? So, say you have quite a modern name. I don't know, say something that was not in fashion in the time period for the elderly person that you're pretending to be. So I don't know, say you were called Zelda or Peaches, or your name is Madonna. Don't use your real name. Try to come up with one that sounds a little bit older. So if I think about my grandma's name was Gertrude, but everybody called her Maud. Another classic sort of older person's name, Dorothy. Something like that might work a little bit better. Also, obviously, if you switch your sex, so you're writing from a male perspective if you're a female and vice versa, it's a good idea, obviously, to make sure the name matches. Otherwise, it's going to seem a little bit strange for your examiner. The other thing that people have queried is, if we're writing a letter, what would happen if we put our address and our real name? Now, there's nothing to worry about if you want to do this, because obviously everybody who is marking your work has been through the appropriate checks and they are, you know, responsible people. They're not going to contact you. Nothing bad is going to happen. However, if you feel more comfortable, just change your address slightly, but make sure it still looks like a real address. Alright then, I hope that clears that little query up. Anything else like that you'd be interested to know more about, just use that comment section below. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, it would be great if you could do. Alright then, best of luck.